Story will be part profile, part expose. A celebrity unplugged.
Ah, go on.
Stories they run in those high-gloss weeklies are so sanitized and so airbrushed, it's a joke. Readers want to know what's behind the public persona. So why not give them a slice of a superstar's life, but told from an insider's perspective? We're talking nothing censored, just unvarnished truth.
It may have possibilities.
I'm sure of it. And the best part is the research is all done. I mean, it's all there. The cracks in the porcelain doll seen up close and personal. I bet we can even get a cover out of it. You give me a green light, I can have a rough draft in your desk by first thing next week.
Just how stupid do you think I am?
I don't think you're stupid at all. I mean, as a matter of fact...
You really think I would let you use Tempo as a forum to crucify Erica? If you have lies to sell, take them to the intruder.
They're not lies, Mr. Chandler. It's the truth. I lived it.
Well, I don't suppose you've run this proposed character assassination by Brooke.
I thought I'd take it straight to the top.
We'll take it back down to the gutter where it belongs.
Please don't reject my ideas until you've at least read or...
Wait, I want to make one thing perfectly clear to you. I don't like you any more than Brooke does. I didn't hire you out of pity. And that mournful expression that you wear forever plastered on your face inspires nothing in me but a mild disgust. As for your future in journalism, I suggest you stick to bungling Brooke's appointments and botching her phone calls. That's what I hired you for. So, slap the sneer back in your face and go make Brooke miserable. But leave me alone.
You can't expect me to reveal my candidate's campaign strategy, do you? Can you? After all, your sympathies lie, as you once did, with Edmund.
Oh, I can always count on you for a cheap shot, Adam. Yes, I support Edmund. Yes, we were once involved. And yes, he was a far better lover than Adam ever was.
I hope you don't mind that Adam and I borrowed your office to see Gray meet the press.
No, not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, you were able to see Del Henry admit that he provoked Edmund by insulting Edmund's wife. Del single-handedly absolved Edmund of any and all blame.
Wonderful timing. A cynic might think that Del's sudden appearance was planned.
Oh, spoken like a true puppeteer.
Yeah, what do you think provoked Del's confession? Money, perhaps?
Oh, I think maybe a desire to tell the truth. An alien concept for you, Adam.
Well, I think I'll head back over to campaign headquarters and check on things. Miss English, I'll be in touch.
Del's explanation of Edmund's attack was pure, unadulterated hooey.
Oh, you have lied so much you wouldn't know the truth of it.
I was there at the hospital when it happened, Brooke. I saw the whole thing. Del was minding his own business. Edmund lit into him without any provocation.
Really? Sort of the way you went after Gloria?
Oh, shut up.
You know, Edmund, throwing the punch was explained. It is no longer an issue.
You hope.
Well, you know what? I took a small, brief survey of Edmund's supporters when I left the goalpost, and you know what? Edmund is more popular now than ever. So I guess you and Calloway won't be singing Edmund's swan song tonight after all.
No, not tonight, Brooke. But soon. Very soon.
What are you up to, Adam?
Me? I'm not up to anything.
Oh, you're lying. You're always up to something.
No, I'm supporting the winning candidate, which is more than I can say for you.
Well, I'm supporting the best candidate, and certainly the only one in this campaign who hasn't been and never will be bought.
Do you imply that Matthew Calloway is on the take?
He's the only candidate I know who accepts all major credit cards.
I think you do exaggerate.
Oh, maybe just a little. You know very well that his whole campaign is supported mostly by special interest groups. Chandler Enterprises being among them.
Look, everyone alive belongs to some special interest group. There's nothing wrong or illegal with supporting the candidate of your choice. That's what makes politics so political. It's the American way.
Don't hide behind the flag, Adam. You have your own agenda. I know that. There's only one reason you would invest time and money in this campaign.
Don't you lose any sleep over it, because you're looking a little tired around the edges, I think. Or is that just loneliness?
I go home every night to a child who loves me. Can you say the same?
Good night, Brooke.
Just 1 minute. You turned the press on to Edmund's confrontation with Del, didn't you?
Absolutely. Did you glean that while you've been tossing and turning in that big empty bed of yours?
No, I've really thought about it for some time. I know that you have your own agenda as far as this campaign is concerned.
Well, in the end, the people will choose.
You're up to something, Adam. I'm going to find out what it is.
And then?
I'm going to stop you.
Sociopath on you? Well, I'll tell you, that's a fate I wouldn't wish on, well, on you.
Oh, I'm touched.
What did you do to deserve such cruel and unreasonable punishment?
Adam blames me for losing Gloria, for spending time in prison, and basically having a life that's an empty hell.
So Adam is still pining away for Gloria.
I think Gloria was the best thing to happen to Adam in years, and he blew it. So he bought Tempo so that he could stick it to me every chance he gets.
Oh, isn't that just nice? Adam gets his revenge, and Kendall Hart gets a slap on the wrist and a cushy job.
Well, listen, it wasn't my idea.
Well, isn't this just like your life? You've got the position, but you don't have the power.
Listen, you have to pick your battles. You know, I've had to fight tooth and claw in order just to maintain editorial control
Yeah,
here.
with pitiful results.
Oh, well, at least I have Tempo. You can't say the same about Enchantment, can you?
I refuse to sit back and watch Alec McIntyre bastardize my brilliant vision.
Well, sometimes people'd rather fight than switch.
And sometimes people know when to cut their losses and move on. And I chose to move on with my life, and I was brilliant enough to reinvent myself and emerge triumphant.
Oh, yeah. I hear you mince your way down the runway without falling flat on your face. Congratulations.
You know, why do I waste my breath? You've never been smart enough to stand up to Adam Chandler.
Well, at least I was smart enough not to marry him twice.
Well, you were not smart enough to avoid being saddled with that monster. Look, I don't know why I'm talking to you anyhow. You don't have the power. I'm not going to waste my time. I will speak to your superior when he returns. He's the one with the power. What time is Adam coming back?
I'm his editor, not his keeper.
Well, when your boss returns to punch your time card, will you please tell him that Kendall Hart's former employer wishes to file a grievance?
He'll get back to you.
You know something, Brooke, if I were you, I would cash that check immediately. Because otherwise, the way your career looks like it's going, you're going to spend your Christmas in the homeless shelter yourself.
Brooke English.
Brooke, it's Dixie. We've got trouble.
What happened?
Adam found out Gloria's pregnant, and he's freaking her out in the worst way. Joe admitted her to the hospital last night.
Is she all right?
Well, physically, she and the baby are fine, but otherwise, Gloria is a wreck. Tad and I thought you might want to know.
Yes, thank you. All right, I'll be there as soon as I can. Oh, Adam. Erica thinks I can't handle you? Well, you just wait.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
My wife is pregnant. She needs me.
Is Gloria all right? Can I see her?
After I get rid of him?
Brooke, you had a problem pregnancy of your own. You know what it's like to be alone and vulnerable when you're pregnant.
Gloria is not alone. She has friends who have known about this pregnancy from the very first, who've been with her day and night helping her to cope.
You knew it? Is there anybody in this town who doesn't know my wife is carrying my child?
You were the very last, Adam. And for Gloria's sake and that baby's, I wish you had never found out.
You kept Gloria's pregnancy from me?
It wasn't my secret to tell.
I don't have a right to know my wife is carrying my child.
Well, I think you're finally catching on, Adam.
The child is half mine.
Half yours. It's always all or nothing with you, isn't it? I guess you'll have to get used to nothing.
I will not be denied what is rightfully mine.
You should hear yourself. You're talking about a life like it's a property.
I don't think Adam knows the difference. His children, even this unborn little baby, it's like they're possessions with him. They're items to be cataloged and put away and forgotten. And ultimately, they abandon you. They cut the cord, they leave the front door key on the table, and they walk out the door.
That's not true.
It's not true. When was the last time you heard from Sky?
Charlie
even
tells
a
me
postcard.
that Haley pulled a gun on you. Is that right, Adam?
Haley loves me. And so does Adam Jr.
Junior can't stand the sight of you. Next thing you know, I'll be asking to have his name changed.
I guess you're in desperate need of replacements, right, Adam?
Sure. New baby to bounce on your knee. Somebody that doesn't know about your criminal record?
And this baby will grow up. Eventually, he'll leave. And then it'll be time to crank out another and another. I mean, in the end, I think they could probably populate a town with the children who have grown up and grown wise and got out where they still had a chance. Well, you know what? Gloria's baby is going to have this chance, too.
I love my children deeply. Brooke, you more than anyone know the agony of loving a child and losing it. I would expect this brand of cruelty from him, but not from you.
Cruelty? You want to talk about cruelty? You know what that is? That's foisting yourself on someone, all in the name of love, when you don't have the first clue about what love is.
That's a lie.
You love Gloria? Why don't you prove it? Why don't you just leave her alone?
He can't. He's convinced we're all part of some conspiracy to keep her from him.
Well, I certainly am not a conspiracy. I just happen to help the people that you love to torment.
For the last time, Gloria doesn't want to see you. Your relationship is over. It's finished. Now, why don't you walk out of here quietly before I have security escort you out?
Think we got rid of it?
What do you think?
Adam being Adam? Oh, he'll be back. Yep. Gloria, I don't know if you know this, but not so long ago, I was in a very similar situation. I was pregnant, and I was terrified that they would take the baby away. And I never felt so helpless in my life. And I ran. I shouldn't have done it, but I did because I was panicked. And running away almost cost me my life. I lost the baby. It was nobody's fault. Nobody could have helped that. But you can. Doing what's best for you is the same thing as doing what's best for your baby. And it doesn't mean that you're giving up. You just have to take care of yourself, and you have to let us help you.
Come here. Come on. Now you go ahead and you cry your eyes out. It's fine. But don't you waste one single tear on Adam, okay? Brooke and I are going to make sure that he's taken care of, all right?
All right? Promise me you're not going to have any more to say about Adam.
Look, I'm going to go find Tad, all right? And I'm going to bring him back here, and we're all going to decide what we're going to do, okay? All right, now, honey. Shh. It's okay. I'm going to hang up your clothes, okay? Okay.
Here.
Gloria, it's all right.
Help! Somebody, I need help in here now.
It's all right, darling.
Get away from me!
I'm here to help you and the baby. I'm going to get a team of medical experts in here.
You cannot have my baby!
No, I don't want to take the baby.
I'm not
Stop it! No, I'm not going! I'm not going! Get your hands off me.
Adam, don't do it.
All right.
Don't! Think about it.
All right. You really think you can keep me away from her?
No, I don't. But I'm betting that my new friend here can. And believe you me, he's going to be standing right there for the next 24 hours. All day, all night.
Is that your best shot? I haven't even begun to fight.
He comes back. Shoot him.
I'll tell you where to aim.